Hello, everybody. It's Dana Sullivan, the Stampin' Chick. How are you today? It is time for another Think Tank Thursday. I'm so excited to be here with you guys today. I can't wait to see what we create together. It's going to be exciting. Hi, Miss Dawn. How are you today, darling? I think that we had a really good, smooth transition here this time, so I'm so excited. Maybe I'm finally getting the hang of this business. We'll see. All right, so we're going to give just a second for folks to come in and see us. When you come in, please say hello. And if you're new here, let us know where you're tuning in from. This is going to be so much fun. Think Tank Thursdays are a wonderful time for us to get together for a little while and not create something that's already designed. This isn't a tutorial video, but rather for us to hang out together for a while and just enjoy creating and designing something gorgeous together. This is going to be a lot of fun. Okay, so let me just double check. I believe I'm live everywhere, so that's good. Okay, so on the screen right here, you can see that bonus days are still going on. This is the 18th of July. So we're about halfway through bonus days. And if you don't know what bonus days are, you can click the, where is it? Right there. Take a photo of the QR code there, and it will take you directly to my website where you can shop for all kinds of fabulous products, paper crafting supplies extraordinaire. And for every $50 that you purchase, you're going to get $5 bonus code for free. So it's awesome. Hi, Miss Rose. How are you, darling? Thanks so much for coming in today. I see that more folks are coming in, so please come on in, have a seat, grab your trusty drink, whatever of choice. I've got my water here, and we'll get started here in just a second. So yeah, if you haven't been here before, as I mentioned, go ahead and come on in and let us know where you're tuning in from, and we'll get started. So let me just move this out of our way for just a minute. I'll bring it back later on if we need to, but it's time to get crafty, right? All right. Miss Rose says it is pretty hot out here, darling. Do not know. I know exactly what you're saying. It is blazing hot and humid here. You guys have it pretty dry, don't you? But oh my goodness, yeah. We had record high temperatures last weekend, and 100 and 101 degrees with like 85, 90% humidity. It was nasty. Oh, it was so bad. I shouldn't be making faces like that because that will be the face that Facebook decides to put as my thumbnail for my video. So if you guys ever see the replay saved on Facebook or on YouTube, and I have this funny face, well, you know, it's because I make funny faces, and that's the one that Facebook or YouTube decides to use for my thumbnails. Whatever. Life's too short to be so serious, right? Hi, Miss Phyllis. How are you today? Tuning in from Virginia. That is wonderful. How is it over there, darling? You're just on the other side of the mountain from me. Oh, yeah, hot there too. Girl, I'm telling you what, for every person who said, I can't wait for summertime, I hope you're happy with yourself because it's blazing hot. And the rest of us are begging for fall. Hey, Miss Sherry, how's it going? Did you girls get a good dinner? They were actually just here a while ago doing a class and rushed over to Ruby Tuesday for dinner. I wish I could have gone with them. Ruby Tuesday sounds so good right now. Oh my goodness. Well, All right, we're going to go ahead and get to it. Now, I see that there are more people coming in. So as you're coming in, just come on in and say hello, and we're going to get started, okay? So again, for those who have not been here live before or have not caught my Think Tank Thursday videos before, this isn't a regular tutorial video. We'll be here probably for about an hour or so. Feel free to come and go, grab a snack, come back, whatever you want to do. This is all about relax and enjoy the time together. And we're going to create something together. So I have literally no idea what we're going to design today. I mean, I have some idea, but just a little bit of an idea. We're going to design together. Okay. All right. I see that Miss Elaine is here and Miss Miley. Hello, darling. I am so proud of her. This girl is just a baby. She's 13 and she was creating projects today. Man, some of my girls that have been around for a while have had troubles with. So I'm so proud of her. All right, let's get to it. Let me, hold on. Let me turn my camera. Well, let me give you the better camera view. There we go. Okay, I know for sure that today I'd like to focus on using the Unbounded Love Stamp and Die Bundle. If you haven't seen this yet, oh my goodness, hold on to your hats, girls and guys, because this is an absolutely gorgeous bundle. Now, the stamp set doesn't have any kind of images. It's all sentiments, but let me see if I can just let you get a good glimpse. It has an amazing amount of different sentiments and a huge variety too, and I absolutely love it. And then the dies are all these gorgeous labels. Aren't they beautiful? Absolutely love it. And there are a few pieces like here and here. You've got some little sprigs and leaves. So you're not left with nothing, but there's very little with regard to images. Now that's absolutely perfect because that means you can take this bundle and bundle it with any of your image stamp sets and you're going to have a great collection. So, oh, Miss Miley, I'm so glad you enjoyed doing them. It was so much fun. Okay, now I said that I know I want to use this bundle, all right? And I thought that I would also bring in Full of Life 6x6 Designer Series paper. Now, this paper is one of those papers that I sometimes hear people say that they have trouble deciding what to do with it. And oh, that hurts my heart because it is such a beautiful paper. I love the full and vibrant colors that are in these papers. They're just gorgeous. But I admit that some of the patterns are just a little bit different, right? We're not used to maybe. So we're going to do a little bit of playing around with the Unbounded Love bundle and this paper. Okay, so I hope that by the time we're done, you'll have some ideas of fun things that you can do with it, and you'll be ready to order your own. Rose says she loves that paper. I am so glad, darling. It is absolutely beautiful. All right, so a quick look of the paper. On one side, we have this nice little grid. Beautiful colors, and on the back side we've got rainbow. We have this one here with these little sections. There are actually a couple of different ones that have similar sections like these but different colors. And then on the back side, look at that, absolutely gorgeous. Little polka dots and more stripes. So pretty. And this really cool starburst pattern. This is all well and good until you're trying to make the sample for your designer series paper sheet. And then it's difficult because, as you can see here, the color fades from like Lost Lagoon, Coastal Cabana color down to Old Olive type color and different patterns. So if you're going to cut a sample from this one piece of paper, which piece do you use as the sample? Because this side is totally different than this one and this one and this one. But it was fun to do, and we managed it. And then, of course, on the back side again, with the rainbow type colors, so pretty. And here we've got some bigger of the cubes. Now, let me bring this one back in. You can see one's a bit bigger than the other one, so it's really neat. And then on this side, some more stripes. There's that print again in different colors, yellows and greens this time, with some more watercolory type paper. And even on this side with the patterns, you still have that watercolor look. So it's really, really neat. Absolutely love it. All right, so we've got that one, and then some blues and greens there, bigger polka dots, and some kind of bled in colors, very pretty. And another of the squares, this one's even yet a little bit different. And then on the back side, this one looks more like tie-dye, doesn't it? Okay, and then we've got this pattern here. And on the back side, some reds. And then another starburst in a full rainbow spectrum. This one is so pretty. And then on the back side, you have this gorgeous marbled watercolory alcohol ink looking pattern. So cool, right? So this paper is really, really pretty. Obviously, the paper is relatively busy, right? Because it has all of these colors and they're all kind of together. So, you know, when you're doing something with these papers, a good thing to do is let the paper do the talking. So that's exactly what we're going to do tonight. Okay, so we're bringing in the Unbounded Love Stamp and Die Bundle and that paper, all right? And I thought that maybe we would also do kind of a one-sheet wonder. I have an idea in my mind, and I did just cut some pieces just to see if I could get the pieces to cut evenly. When I do a one-sheet wonder, I really want to use as much, if not all, of the paper as I can, right? I don't want to have a lot of scraps or anything like that. So here is what I have done. I cut a 4-inch strip off of my paper, okay? And that gave me these two sections right here. Okay, so that one and this one. Here, let me bring this down a little bit. I'm getting out of camera. Okay. There we go. So this piece is 4x6 and this piece is 2x6. Okay. And then I cut a 2-inch strip off of this to make this a 2x4 piece and this a 4x4 piece. Okay. And from there, I cut this at an angle to give me 2 triangular pieces. Okay. So let's see what we can come up with and make some cards with this and see if this one-sheet wonder actually works out for us, okay? All right, are you guys ready to get to work? I hope that you are, because I'm ready. I know you're probably ready too. So here we go. Okay, the first thing that we need to do, now that we have our kind of basic layers here, I suspect that we'll want to do some matting, and obviously we'll do some die cutting and stuff as well. But let's start out with, let's say this one right here, okay? And let's figure out what kind of a card base we want for this one. So I have options for you, and it's time to start speaking up and voting, right? I have Coastal Cabana, super cute. Berry Burst. Uh-oh, hold on. Man down. There we go. My paper fell over. All right, Berry Burst. Balmy Blue. And And I thought I had that on Do Not Disturb. Sorry about that. Okay. All right, get back to this. Here we go. There. All right. Coastal Cabana, Berry Burst, Balmy Blue, and Daffodil Delight. Okay. So let's see here. I'm not sure that I'm feeling the Coastal Cabana on that one. So let's go with these three here. Do we do Balmy Blue, Berry, or Daffodil? Put a comment down below and let me know which of those colors we should use as our card base. Okay. Now we can always layer two colors, so that's all right. All right, Miss Miley is on it. She says Berry Burst for the background. And Elaine says blue. All right, very good. So let's see if we can get a tiebreaker. Berry Burst and blue are the choices so far. And friends, I think to move things a little bit farther throughout the course of the night, I'm just going to start doing the first one that I see, okay? Because otherwise it's going to take us a long time. Last week took us a long time because of that. Hi, Miss Jennifer. How are you today? All right. And it works out anyways because Berry Burst has two choices. So we're going to go with Berry Burst. Now, we will have the opportunity to use these other colors here in a bit. Because we're going to do all four of these cards. So, okay, let's see here. What size is that? Is this Kismet? Is this going to be a good size right off the bat? It's a little more than 4 1/4. All right, then. Well, we'll just go with it. 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. How are you this evening, Miss Jennifer? Okay, and I have another one for Berry Burst as well. Just hanging with you and watching the convention. Oh, girl. All right. We're going to ignore the convention altogether for now. All right, here we go. Burnish our score line. Okay. Now we have an option. Ooh, that looks like Melon Mambo in this camera. It's so interesting how the different cameras look different. Okay, now we do know that we're going to have to trim this down a little bit because this is a 5 1/2 inch piece of card front. So we're going to have to trim just a tiny little bit down. We're going to lose about 1/2 inch, maybe 1/4 inch of this paper, but that's it for the whole thing, I think. So we need to decide. Would we like to do it this way, or should we put a piece of white down? Let me grab some white layers here so I can show you. Do we want to put a white layer down first and then this layer? Or do we want to do it like this? So with white or without white? That's our next choice. With white or without? I'm so excited about these, y'all. These are going to be so much fun. We'll see how we do today. Okay. And while you're, well, I'll wait for you because that'll determine the size that we cut this to. So are we doing a white? Yes, Rose says put the white layer. Okay, very good. So in that case, I'm going to go ahead and trim this piece down to 5 1/4. All right, and so I want to go like that. All right. And that way it'll go just like that. Okay. All right. So this is what we've got so far. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. All right. Now, what if we put a little strip of maybe, come here, friend. Maybe we put just a little strip of Coastal Cabana right there. What do you think? Or maybe even on both sides, we could do Coastal Cabana here and Coastal Cabana there. Should we put Coastal Cabana for a border? Sorry, my eye is itching. Ooh, I don't know why. Okay, so let's take this piece. And I'm going to try to remember to go a little bit slower. Last week I was I was chatting, and it seems that YouTube actually has a bit more of a delay than Facebook does. I had no idea that was a thing. So, so if you're hearing me, goodness gracious, paper. If you're hearing me move on to the next question and you are just now hearing the first one, that's why. I'm so sorry. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is, let's see here. I'm going to cut this down just a little in half. So this is just under an inch in size. So it'll be just shy of 1/2 inch on either strip, but a little bit more than 3/8. So it's actually just barely shy of a 1/2 inch. And I think what I'll do, where's my adhesive runner? Here we go. I'll put here. Okay, put that just a little, right? Just a little border, I think. Okay, there we go. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. Now, you wouldn't necessarily have to do such a skinny little piece and cut it in half like I am. This is being very frugal, but but it just happens that that I had this strip in the bag already partially cut. So I'm using what I have. I'm using my scraps. Okay, so we'll see where it gets us. All right, I'm going to try to make that approximately the same. Okay, there we go. Hold tight now, hold tight. There we go, that's better. Okay, now then, that I think is very cute. Okay, it's looking like a party already, isn't it? I think so too. Okay, now looking like a party, I definitely think that we should do a happy birthday. What do you guys think? We can do either happy birthday or best of luck. How's that? Happy birthday or best of luck. So I'll lay out each one. There's happy birthday and best of luck. Okay, come on, focus. There you go. And yeah. Or may all your wishes come true. I guess we could use that one. All right, Miss Miley's got it. She says happy birthday. Okay, so I will set these two aside for now. Y'all are gonna have to be quick because this girl is on it. I can tell already. You can never have too many birthday cards, Miss Rose. You are absolutely correct. All right, so I'm gonna put that in there. And now I really think that we should use one of these dies, don't you? So what if, let's just see what will fit. Scallops will fit. stitched rectangle. Okay. Scalloped circle or oval, scalloped oval, oval or rectangle. There we go. Whoop, bring it down. Oval or rectangle for our sentiment. I'll leave that right there, and I'm going to go ahead and attach. I'm going to go ahead and attach this anyway. Okay. So oval or rectangle for our sentiment. Ooh, I'm out of adhesive. Okay, let me see. Do I have another one here? I'll tell you what, while you're deciding oval or rectangle, I'll be right back. Okay. Ta-da. All right, I see oval it is. Okay. That's a very pretty one too. All right, trash bin. There we go. Okay. Sorry about that. Didn't I just change this thing out the other day? I tell you what, does anybody else go through a lot of adhesive like I do? Holy mackerel. I do go through a lot. All right. If you don't know how these things work, they're super, super simple to do. This bugger pulls right out. This one pops right back in, and it lines up with the holes here and the posts. There and there. And that is it, my friend. Okay. Get that out of the way too. All right, let's see if we can pick up where we left off. There we go. Much better. All right, so the oval has it. Very good. Had to remember which direction our paper was going. Okay, now I need some basic white cardstock here. And let's see if this one's big enough. I love being able to use scraps, don't you? I am absolutely all about it. All right, there we go. Bring this out of the way. Since this is a photopolymer stamp, I'm going to go ahead and die cut my shape first. And we'll see if I regret that later. Okay. And it's getting about time to replace my cutting plates, I think. All right, sorry for the jingle jingle there, folks. Okay. All right. Now then, there we go. Now I'm going to bring in my Stamp and Pierce mat because this is a photopolymer stamp set. And shall we do another question? Which would you prefer, Berry Burst ink or Memento black ink? Berry Burst or Memento? Berry Burst or Memento? Or Coastal Cabana, I guess. We could do Coastal Cabana too. That would look okay. While you're thinking about that, I'm going to glue this piece on. All right. Miss Rose says berry burst. Okay. So we will do berry burst. Tap, 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 not smush, smush, smush. Okay, very nice. All right. And then I definitely think that this should go up on dimensionals. So let's do that. Okay. All right. Now, our next question. Are we going to put this top center or lower right? So upper or lower? Upper or lower? Okay, while you guys are deciding that, I realize that some of my supplies are still over on the table from today. So upper or lower? That's what I need to know. Upper or lower? What have we got? Lower. All right, very good. Okay, so we're gonna put it right there. Now, very nice. You guys are doing a great job. Thank you so much. Okay, now we have another question. Are we doing linen thread for a bow? Are we doing white twine? Or this is a sneak peek of a brand new ribbon, and I happen to know that it looks really, really good colored with the Stampin' Blends markers. So if you'd like me to show you that technique, then choose ribbon, okay, or white or thread. So thread is the linen colored one, white or ribbon. Okay, and I'm going to tie a bow with it. Okay, so that'll tell you what we're going to be doing, at least, and give you a better idea of how to vote. So, thread, twine, or ribbon? Ha! I see you girls are curious to know what it looks like. Yes, the ribbon has won. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and make a bow here just so that I can cut the amount that I'm going to need, because I don't really want to waste it. I don't want to use more than is necessary. Okay, now, while we've got that decision made, now our next decision is, actually, maybe it's not. Hold tight. Let me see how close Summer Splash is to Coastal Cabana. Okay, when using Stampin' Blends markers, friends, it's a really good idea to make swatches. So that's what we're going to do here. All right, so the lighter one could definitely pass as coordinating with Coastal Cabana. So do we want a Coastal Cabana colored ribbon or do we want a Berry Burst ribbon? Okay, and I think probably the lighter one, but I'm going to just do my swatch here. Maybe the darker one. Oh yeah, the darker one. Okay, so are we doing the blue or the purple for our ribbon? Summer Splash or Berry Burst? Summer Splash or Berry Burst? That's the color we need to decide on. All right, Sherry's got it. Coastal Cabana, she says. Very good. All right. Oops, wrong one. Ooh, that was almost bad. Okay, let me get my card out of the way and bring in my scrap paper. That scrap paper is getting very well loved. I'm going to move it off to the side here so that it doesn't pick up any of this color. That is something that is possible with your Stampin' Blends. If you have ink color on your work surface, it could reactivate the ink and carry over the color, and you don't want that. Okay, so what I'm going to do, and this is something that I had discovered the other day, is that if I color along the inside edge, the frayed edge can still stay white. So I'm going to show you what I mean. I'm going to take the brush tip of my marker, and I'm going to grab my glasses because I'm a blind girl and can't see. Woo, Nelly. All right. Oh, that's much better. Okay. And then I'm going to lightly and carefully, and you can see this ribbon just soaks up that color so well. Okay, very, very easy to color the ribbon. Isn't that beautiful? And then you can see there, it goes all the way through, and look at how it leaves that nice little fluffy edge on it. Isn't that cool? Now, of course, if we don't want that, we can go back and we can color the fluffy edges. But for right now, let's just see how it looks if we go ahead and continue to color the inside section itself, okay? Now this ribbon, as you can see, it's taking the ink very, very well. I'm not putting any pressure on my brush at all. I'm not trying to ruin my brush tip. I'm just letting it glide across the ribbon, and it's doing all of the rest. So it's wonderful how it takes up the color. And you see that I'm going from one side to the other because I'm trying not to get color all the way up on the frilled edges. So I'm just turning it so that I can get the point of my brush next to it without going over. Okay. Isn't that beautiful? This is absolutely gorgeous. It takes color so well. All right, here we go. All right. Now you can see there that I have not damaged the tip of my brush at all because I have been very careful with it and I'm not pushing. I literally just laid the tip up against the ribbon like that and let it do its own thing, okay? I did not push pressure on it at all right? That's really important. Okay, so now we have this beautiful ribbon, and you can see it's still very pliable and absolutely gorgeous. So let me set my paper to the side, and we'll bring this back in. Oh my gosh, that's going to be so cute. All right, tie it into a bow. Sherry says she's gonna have to order quite a few of this ribbon. Yes, me too, sister, me too. Estrada Creations, hello, how are you? Thanks for stopping by today. So yeah, very, very pretty ribbon. And you know, if you wanted to color the whole thing, of course, you absolutely could go back and color the frilled edges. We'll see how it looks here. We may want to do that or we may not. It's up to you guys because you're the designers, right? Okay, so let me just get the bow. Okay, there we go. That is super cute, isn't it? I really like that, y'all. I like that a lot. Okay, so let me grab my snips and I'm gonna snip the edge off that one right there so that it's a little more even. And I think I'll stick it right there. Okay, and then I have, let me grab my glue dot here and we'll just put that on. These things are kind of hard to see sometimes. Here we go. Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, let's finish off our card with a few little rhinestones, okay? Because bling bling, hello. Rose says she likes the frilled edges white. Yeah, absolutely. Me too. And so the one that I had done the other day, Rose, was red. I had done with I don't know if it was Real Red or Poppy Parade. But it made a gorgeous Christmas bow. In fact, I know I've stepped away for half a dozen times already tonight, but let me see if I can bring that out here and show you because it's so pretty and I know you guys are going to want to see it, but check this out. And so this is what it looks like after having been colored and leaving it for however many days it's been. So you can see it does somewhat bleed a little to the edges, but not bad at all. You can still see that it's white, and that is wonderful. This is going to be a gorgeous Christmas ribbon, isn't it? I think that once people figure it out, they are going to be on back order. So if you like them, you might want to go ahead and get it right now. And you know, with the bonus days, every 50 bucks you spend, you get $5. It's called frayed grosgrain ribbon, 3/8 inch frayed grosgrain ribbon. I believe this is online exclusive stuff that just went live at the first of the month. Yes. Okay. And the item number is right here. It's 164205. 164205. So if you want to write it down and put it on your next order, that's what you want to do. Okay. Now, the last thing I want to do here is I want to go ahead and add just a few little rhinestones. This is always the hardest part for me. Honestly, I struggle. Do you struggle? I struggle with putting rhinestones on where they should go. I don't know why I struggle so much, but I struggle. Okay, so there we go. Super, super stinking cute card. And then for the inside, what I would recommend, because as you know, no naked insides and no naked envelopes. I think that we should take, where's the DSP? Another sheet of that designer series paper. So this one here, or even, let's see, wasn't there a smaller one? Yeah, right there. Let's take this one and let's cut, what, half an inch strip or something like that. Let me have some forethought about this thing here. I'll definitely want it to go that way. Okay, half an inch here. That's me and my crazy mind working it out. Let me flip it over to this side and see if that's any better for me. Yeah, that's better. Okay, 1/2 inch. And then I will put it right there and then snip off the rest. Okay, so let me do 4 inches. Okay, there we are. And these, as you can tell, are super, super quick and simple. They're not complicated at all. This one is a really quick card. There we go. All right. And now this card is ready to go. Love it. Super cute. What do you think? Is that beautiful? I love it. All right, let's set this one aside and go on to another one. Okay, so if we're going to imagine that we're going to make 4 cards today, would you rather do a triangle piece or another rectangular piece? So tell me which one you'd like to do next. I'm going to put my trash over here where I can actually use it. There we go. Okay. Right now, my workstation is totally full, and thank you so much, darling. I appreciate that. Uh, whenever I have my filming stuff set up, it takes up half of my work table. So the trash can is now on the floor instead of up above me. All right. Are we doing a triangular DSP or are we doing a rectangular DSP? Which one are we doing next? Triangle or rectangle? Rectangle. All right. Very good. Okay. What if we do either Daffodil Delight or Lemon Lime Twist? Okay. Daffodil or lemon? Which one are we doing next? And y'all, please do not mind me, but do you see this little thing right here? This is my saving grace. It is my personal fan. And for those of you who have the midlife power surges or the personal summers, whatever you call them, this thing is amazing. It's blowing a fan right here on me right now and blowing a little bit down the back of my neck. And okay, anyway. All right, yellow or green? Which color of card base? All right, lemon lime, Sherry says. Very good. Okay. Let me do this and do this. And 4 1/4, and then score at 5 1/2. This gives us a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch card base. Okay. All right. Now then, kind of want these cards to look similar, but not. So let's go ahead and do all of these cards with a happy birthday type theme, right? Because this paper is super, super bright and cheerful, and I think it would be perfect. So let's do this here. And I would like to do maybe a layer behind the white. So what if we did the lemon, or the not lemon, not lemon, daffodil. Let's see here. Do we have a piece big enough to be a background? We might. No, not really, but it'll at least suffice to this. What if we did that right there? What do you think? A little bit of yellow, a little bit of green. Okay. Let's see. Oops. I'm dropping paper. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's see here. 4 1/8 by 5 3/8 will give us a really nice narrow border. Okay. And then what if we do use the rectangle piece this time, and I'm going to go ahead and cut it out of this bottom section right here, because the white is going to overlap, so you're not going to see it. But then also this section right here is going to be covered up with our DSP. So let's try this. Bear with me here for just a minute, and let's see what this will do. Okay, right there. This is definitely a way that you can get the biggest bang for your buck when it comes to your paper and supplies. Sorry for the bouncing there, folks. Because no one is ever going to see that there's a gaping hole in that background piece. And so it's all unused real estate, right? Because it's going to be hidden away behind this piece. All you're going to see is a little border. And no one will ever know that there was a section cut out of the back, right? So by doing that, I'm able to have this piece that matches the background perfectly. And yeah, so let's see, where's my adhesive? And I'll put this piece on. And right here, oh, you know what? I should have put lovely having a silicone mat for a base there. I can just stick that down and it'll wait on me. By the way, this thing, I guess I need to put together an Amazon favorites thing, because this deal right here, this background mat, is absolutely fabulous. It is big. It's big enough to cover my basic workspace, and it's easy to clean. It's puncture resistant. You know, if I already put adhesive on something, I can just stick it down and it doesn't stay. So see how it just lifts right back up? But that's definitely adhesive, right? So I can just stick it down and it's out of the way. It is an absolutely perfect background for your crafting table. And also, it does give a little bit of cushion, so you don't necessarily have to have the piercing mat. It will act as a cushion for your photopolymer stamps, which is really cool also. Okay, let me make sure I'm in the screen here. And I'm going to put this right here. Yeah, right here. Okay. And then I'm going to put this one right here. and then this one on the card base. Okay. There we go. All right, and now because we cut this piece out of the background, we have a sentiment piece that we can put on the card. So I want to take this other die that's in the same set, and I want to cut it out of basic white. Let's see, I love it when a piece is perfect. Isn't that terrific? It's my favorite thing. Okay, do that. And I'm just going to set this over here to the side, so maybe it won't rattle the camera as much. We'll see. Maybe it will anyway. Yeah, it's still doing it. Sorry about that, folks. Okay, we tried. There we go. Okay, now the cool thing about this particular die is that it cuts this inside section and this frame. So I can use the frame and have a yellow inside, or I can use the yellow as a frame and do that for the inside, which I think is what we should do. Okay, so now, are you guys in agreement for doing all of these as birthday cards? And if so, do we want to stick with that same happy birthday sentiment, or would we like to try something different? This one's pretty cute. Hope is believing in a brighter tomorrow. Those are two separate stamps, but they're very cute. Or how about you're a true blessing? May all your wishes come true. That one is super cute. How about we do that? May all your wishes come true, right? We can still do birthday on the inside. Okay, let's do that. All right. Get my stamp cleaner here. Okay. Clean that one. And may all your wishes come true. This one is so pretty. Okay, now this time I think that we should go ahead and do Memento Black for the sentiment, okay? Because the yellow is really bright and the card base in green is also very bright. So let's do May all your wishes come true. And give it a nice press. And birthday on the inside. I got you. I got you, friend. Okay. And then a happy birthday on the inside. Tap, 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 not smush, smush, smush. Okay. All right. Let me close that up and move those stamps so that I don't end up with ink everywhere, because it will happen. Okay. Now then, let's put this on the inside. Okay, did you guys like having DSP on the inside. Do you think that was pretty? Should we do that with this one as well? We could do like rainbow stripe. We could do the smaller circles like we did the last one. DSP inside or no DSP inside? You guys decide. Yes or no? And while you're doing that, I'm going to attach this piece right here. What do you think, folks? DSP on the inside or no? Okay, here we go. All right. I'm going to go ahead and just leave this one. All right, DSP on the inside. Let's see here. Let's do 3/4 of an inch. That will get us more like that. Okay. And by 4. Is there some great debate in the house? Well, you know, grandmother is there and she can be the tiebreaker for you guys, Miss Miley. All right, there we go. Okay. Now this one's just a little bit thicker, a little bit wider DSP than the other strip that we put on, but it's just to show you the differences between the thinner and the wider strips. So it's not really a huge difference, but just a little. Okay, there we go. Now, granted, you could also, I'm going to go ahead and fasten this down, but you could put that border strip, the yellow cardstock underneath this layer as well so that it can really match the front. It's fine without, but you know, you can do that yellow as well. Okay, now I think that way is probably going to be the better way. So our next question is going to be twine or thread? Twine or thread? What do you think? Twine or thread? While you're doing that, I'm going to clean my stamps. There we go. So do we want twine or thread for our embellishment here? Miley says thread. Okay. Thread it is. Now, let's see here. I'm going to do, hey, Miss D, how are you, sweet thing? All right, I'm going to show you guys this, this fabulous double looped bow, okay? For those who have been around here before, you've seen it before, but it's always a fun one. So let me scoot this out of the way so you can really see my hands better. I start with the tail down here at the bottom so you can see right there, okay? And then I do figure eights around my first finger and my third finger, okay? My second finger I use just as a spacer to keep the distance the same. So what I mean is I'm going around the first finger and coming in front of the third finger. I'm going around the third finger in front of the middle one and in front of my index finger. And then I'm going to do that one more time around the back of my index finger and the front of my third finger and then back up. So it looks like this. I have two loops right here and a tail. And this finger, the middle finger, doesn't have anything, right? The figure eights are happening in front of it. And then two loops and a tail right there. Okay? So this is my ribbon, my bow. And then I'm going to snip this one. And I'm going to take this top piece and I'm going to go in between my fingers. This is where that middle finger really comes into play to hold things out of the way. So I'm going in between my first and middle finger. You can see there. I'm pulling it through and around all of the threads. And then I'm going to do that one more time. I'm going to go in between my first and middle finger. Come on, thread. And then around all of them. And now this is the tricky part. I'm going to tie this tail and this tail into a knot. Okay? Now, right now, these loops are just sitting there. They're not really tied very well. So if you tug on one, it'll pull the other side short. And it will do that even after you tie it into a knot. So this is definitely one of those bows where once you tie it, you leave it, okay? So I'm just putting my finger here to hold right in the center, and I'm going to take my tails like this. So I'm just making them into a knot and then sliding the knot down to the center. Okay. And then you can do it one more time to really hold the tails. You don't have to, though. That's just if you want to. Like that. And then while it's still in your fingers, give it a good tug so that it locks the knot right there. Okay. Now then, I can take the loops off of my fingers, and I have the coolest double bow ever. Now, if I want more loops, if I want 4 loops or 6 loops or however many loops I want, I can do that as many times as I want to in the exact same way, and then take the tail and wrap it around all of them and tie it into a knot. So if you want 8 or 10 loops on your bow, you can absolutely do that the exact same way, okay? So now, let me take this piece here. And I'll put it right about there. Let me see, make sure it's straight. Okay. And then a glue dot for my bows. We love glue dots for bows. It holds them very, very nicely, and it doesn't take up a whole lot of space. So it's not very bulky and it's super, super handy. Okay. Now fiddle with it however much you want to or don't want to. It's entirely up to you. Okay. Nope, I don't like it there. I want it up just a little bit more. There we go. I want it on my sentiment piece there. Okay. Now we got it. Okay, beautiful. Now then, with the rhinestones, because every birthday card deserves some sparkles, and let's do there, there, and how about 5 of them? Remember the rules of odds. There we go. I don't like that. I don't like it. It's too uniform. Let's put one there. And let's go here and there. This is the worst part for me, friends. I'm not even kidding. This is the part that I don't like doing. I can never get it how I want it, and I am so indecisive. All right, there we go. So we've got a beautiful, cheerful birthday card. Happy birthday inside. Absolutely fabulous card. It coordinates with the other one, but it's not exactly the same, so it's pretty cool. Okay. All right, now we've done both of the rectangles. Let's do one of these triangle pieces here and see what we come up with this one, shall we? All right, let's see here. Okay, this time you can choose between a white card base or a balmy blue card base. So white or blue, which are we going to do? Which are we going to do? Okay, white or blue? Which are we going to do? All right, I'm just tidying up my space just a little bit. It's so funny with the Think Tank Thursdays. Miss D says blue because I make an awful mess. My table is a 3-foot by 8-foot table, and it is literally piled up everywhere, full of my filming equipment here and my mess beside me. So last week I did a picture. I don't know that I posted it though. What's the point of doing that if I'm not going to show it, right? So I will definitely show tonight's mess after the fact. But yeah, it's crazy how when I'm designing, she's over there making more cards. Oh, that's wonderful. Okay, so Sherry, in the Stampin' Chicks group on Facebook, everyone is able to post pictures in there. And this goes for everybody that's in here, folks. I love to see your creations. And if you design something or if you just case one of my projects, that is amazing, and I would love to see it. So if you want to join the Stampin' Chicks group on Facebook, and it's Chick with CHIC, no K, You can go into that group and you can share your projects and we can visit like we are now. And it is so much fun. So my business page, the Stampin' Chick Dana Sullivan, that's where I do my posts, you know, promotions, activities, events, things like that. But the Stampin' Chicks group, I would love to have more interaction in there. And I would really like to see Miss Miley's projects if she's willing to share them. That would be amazing. Okay. And actually, I'm not sure. I will post a comment with the web link. Okay. So that way you guys can just click it. All right. So we are doing Balmy Blue, and this time we are going to cut the card at 8.5 by 5.5. And then I'm going to turn around and score it at 4.25. Okay. And then burnish my score line here, make my card base. Okay, now I already know that I want to put a piece of white on the inside of my card, but do we want to put a piece of white on the front, or would we like to put another layer of Balmy Blue? So let me line this up. It can either go this way, or we can do, I'm sure I've got a piece in here. Yes. Or we can do, oh, that's the right size, I think. Oh, it's a little bit short, but that's okay. All right, so we can do a double layer of Balmy Blue, or we can do white like that. Or we can add another layer behind the white like we did here. Okay, I don't know who that came from first, Balmy Blue or white. They both came in bleep bleep at the same time. So let's see here. Anybody else want to chime in and help break that tie? Balmy Blue or white? Or we can layer the two like that. So can somebody else chime in and break our tie? Balmy Blue or white for this layer right here? White or Balmy Blue? White or Balmy Blue? And while you're deciding, I'll wait and tidy up just a little bit. Give it to the kid. Well done, Sherry. Well done. All right. So we will do this. Now, we can go like that. And did I put one inside, or that's the one I took? Okay, white between the blue. Yes, Debbie. What Debbie is saying is like this. So it would be like that. That would be very pretty, wouldn't it? What do you guys think? Is that a good compromise? White between the blue? What do you think, folks? Okay, let's hold on now. You let me know. What size is this one? Perfect size. We got slow communication tonight. Hello, friends. Okay, yes and yes. Very good. All right. I agree. I think that will be very nice. So let me go ahead and move the card. And so this layer is going to be 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. Okay, 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. I gotta trim just a tiny little bit off this edge because it's 5 1/2. There we go. 5 3/8. Come on now. Okay, and then this is 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, very good. All right, so now what we have is like this. And then like this. Very nice, right? And then this. Okay, that's cool. That's very good. I like it. I dig it. I dig it. Now, I just want to see this right quick, but if we were to put this other piece on here and put one of those, what was that skinny? Hey, Miss Tara, how are ya? What are those slim sayings? The really scripty, beautiful ones right there. Wouldn't that be pretty? It would, actually. You know what? We've been here for about an hour and a half playing, so why don't we go ahead and do that? Okay, question. Here's a vote. Ready? Are we going to make just this one last card and put both pieces on, or two separate cards? One card or two cards? Let me know, okay? You let me know, and I'm going to grab that stamp set that has the scripty fonts right quick while you're deciding. So, one card or two cards, okay? One card or two cards? And this is the stamp set I'm talking about right here. Okay, so one card or two cards. And I actually just got this stamp set and have never even put ink to it yet. Can you believe that? That's crazy, isn't it? So I'm going to go ahead and, all right, looks like everybody's saying one card. That's perfect. I agree. I think this is going to be gorgeous. Okay, so let me just put my sticker on right quick. And nothing like the pressure of doing this on live. Tara, what would a second card look like? So give me just a second. Let me put this sticker on here. And I will show you. We've already created two cards, and they were very pretty cards. They are simple and sweet birthday cards. So we're doing a whole birthday theme today. All right. And now I will say that I think this stamp in particular is going to require, I think it's going to require the eye block, indeed. Okay. So our first card was this one. So, yeah, this one. Let me scoot this over a little bit here. Okay, so this was our first card. Focus, camera. Come on. Focus. Abracadabra. Very good. Come on. Focus. Right there. There we go. Okay, so this was our first card. Holy cow. And we used Berry Burst and Coastal Cabana. And this is the brand new ribbon that's in the online exclusive that's available now. It's the white frayed grosgrain ribbon. It's from the new online exclusive collection that just released. And I actually colored it with the Stampin' Blends marker to give it this color, and it's so pretty. And so this was our first card. And then our second card was this one right here. Very neat, also very simple. I made a linen thread double bow and used the Unbounded Love dies as well as the stamps for both of the sentiment pieces. Okay. Now, if I were wanting to do an individual card, what would that look like? You know what? Let's see. Maybe I would emboss this layer and I would put a white strip in between. And then this one could be designed totally different. Yeah, I am in the new Stampin' Studio, actually, Miss Tara. Yes, I am. Let me see if I can. I can't, and I'm not going to try to. I was going to see if I could do a flippy, but I'm not going to do that because me and technology are not super fabulous friends. So let me go ahead, and majority had ruled on one card. So I'm going to go on and put these pieces together if I can keep them from sticking to me. Here we go. All right, there's that piece. And yeah, come on over, girl. You remember how to get here, right? Yeah, you'll like it. Matthew did an amazing job. He really, really did. And I've had a lot of fun using it already. So much fun. Okay, here we go. And there we are. Okay, now then, I'm going to use Memento ink, and I'm just going to stamp this right here in the middle. And if it doesn't work out right, because I have already glued these pieces down instead of just lay them down like I anticipated that I was going to, I will cut a strip of white cardstock, I will stamp it again, and I will boop, bop it up. Easy peasy, right? Remember, there are no mistakes in paper crafting, only room for embellishment. So we're not going to worry about it at all. Okay, I am going to turn this at an angle though, and I'm going to kind of raise myself up just a little bit. Try to center it best I can. There we go. Here we go. We'll see. Moment of truth. Ah! Hey, yes. All right. Very good. Okay. Now then, we have options. We have options. First of all, we need to layer this piece on to the white piece. Okay. All right, there we go. Now, I recommend, first of all, that we pop this piece up on dimensionals. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Oh, I did not cut that section. All right, well, let's do that. Okay. Here we go. Says every teacher ever. I know. Exactly. Well, it's true. And besides, we don't want to worry about messing up our crafts to the point that we're afraid of trying it, right? That wouldn't be any fun. Okay. Now, I admit when it comes to big panels like these, I do use a bit more dimensionals than I normally would. However, we don't want the card to sag, and we don't need it to cover the whole thing, but, you know, just a little bit of something. Okay, now I'm not going to put this down just yet because we need to decide something. In my opinion, this card is very plain. And while it is really cute, it feels like it needs a little something. So I need to know if maybe some white twine wrapped around this way into a little birthday bow. Maybe that looks okay. Or something else, but I just feel like it needs a little something else. The rhinestones are going to be cute, but you could use the edges as strips. What do you mean, Miss Tira? There we go, something like this, or maybe we go this way. Or maybe we add something else. You guys tell me, what do you think we can add? Let me get this. Let me get that back. Okay, here we go. So we can do something like that, or we can add something else to it. Let's see here. There we go. Okay. Or let's see here. The dimensionals, you cut the edges. Oh, yes, absolutely. I could have used them as strips. The reason why I didn't use them as strips is because I wanted to use as few as possible around the edges instead of using the edges just for part of it, because it wouldn't actually go around the whole piece of it. But yes, you can absolutely use the edges. So what Miss Tara is saying is she's talking about snipping it this way, like this, so that you would have edges right here. You would have a whole strip that you could use. I do that when it comes to things that are a little bit smaller, that it will fill up the whole space. Like for example, the little sentiment piece, I would definitely do that on because then it would be a smaller piece. But with this one, if I were to take the edges, it would go maybe here to here, and I'd still have the rest of it. So I just broke it up and spread it out. Okay, let's see here. Well, please tell Mom that adding something else but not knowing what it is not really doing a whole lot for the productivity of this project. What is the something else? Okay, so yeah, definitely does need something else. So this is going to be another one of those projects, isn't it? Oh, I hope not, because it is very cute as it is. But yeah, I do think it does need something. Let's see here. What about what if, let's see, how big is this space? It is 7/8. So what if I did, let's just see here. Okay, where's my, I have literally cut off both sides of this, so neither edge is straight. Let me first make a straight edge. And 3/4 of an inch is what I said, right? Yes. Okay, 3/4 of an inch. Okay. Maybe gold washi tape. Ooh, you know what, Estrada? That is a great idea. I don't have gold washi tape, but I do have gold foil paper. And so I was thinking, okay, if I put this, right, and popped it up on dimensionals, so that would be, I would still stamp the happy birthday like on here, but pop it up on dimensionals. And then I could tie a bow around this section or something like that. But with the gold washi or gold foil, let me see here. Where's my gold foil? Nope, that's not it. Gold foil, gold foil. Oh, right there, the biggest one of the bunch. Of course it is. Okay. All right. If we were to use gold foil, we could do like this. And would that bump it up a bit? Would that spruce it up? That would be nice, wouldn't it? Mm-hmm. I believe it would. Okay, so what I want to do is I'm going to have to do this by hand, which is a little unnerving on a Facebook Live, but what the heck? What the heck? There. Okay. You didn't see that. I didn't do nothing. Yep, that wasn't me. Okay, so there's that. And then this is definitely where it would have come in handy to have the forethought on this one. All right, so there and right here. Come out just a tiny bit, just a, you know what? I'm gonna do this. Okay, I'm gonna take this one there and see. That worked out pretty darn good. Okay. Yeah, what the heck, right? What the heck? Okay. No worries. It's just paper. It's absolutely just paper. Okay, so then this piece also needs to kind of be the same size as this one, just a little bit wider. So let's see here. How wide? 5/8. I'm not going to try to do that. I was thinking that maybe, yeah, hold my breath is right. I was thinking maybe I could make this one, it's 3/4 right now, but maybe if I made it 5/8 of an inch, um, yeah, because otherwise it's going to cover up the whole blue area. Okay. All right. I can do this. Except that I can't line it up with an edge because I have points on both sides. So, oh, okay. Boy, I'm getting, okay. You know what? Let me stamp it first. Well, okay, hold on. Okay, here we go. Let me think smarter, not harder. Here we go. I can do this. There we go. There's 5/8. Okay, there's 5/8. Stay put. Don't move. Don't move. Oh my gosh, this is like brain surgery. Okay, there we go. We still good? We still good? I think we're still good. Oh, Tara girl, you have no idea. So my fabulous little fan back here, this is my personal summer fan, my Power Surge fan. And yes, it is very much in high gear today. Okay, now this piece is 6. Come here now. Come here. 6¼ inches. Okay, it is brain surgery. Yes. Okay, so I'm going to double check this to be sure, but I think I'm right there. It's it's a little bit more than 6¼ It's like 6 3/8. It's to the edge there, so I can measure by that. Have you ever heard that line, measure twice, cut once? It's very important to do that sometimes. Okay, here we go. Now, what I'm thinking is that if I make this strip a little bit more narrow than this, so maybe this one could be 3/4, and it would leave a tiny little strip of blue on either side and the gold, and then the sentiment. Maybe. We'll see. Okay. Whew. Here we go. 3/4. Keep these strips. These are fabulous. And we might even use it for the inside. Who knows? We haven't even thought about designing the inside yet. Okay, now, there we go. Beautiful. And so what I want to do is I want to line up my edges. And I'm going to cut from the corner to the edge. Let's see here. There we go. That's a better way to do it. Okay, and then this one. Okay. It is brain surgery. My goodness, I'm telling you what. Are y'all holding your breath too? I hope you are. Are you holding your breath? Okay, and I'm going to trim just the tiniest little bit of this white piece off because I think it's just a teeny tiny bit too long. Yeah, I really want it to show a little border all the way around instead of just on the two sides. I think it would be best to do it on all four sides. So I'm gonna do this right about there, right about there. Flip it over so I can see, and I'm just gonna use my snips. We're gonna be brave. Okay. All right, so we have, there it is, and it's beautiful. Okay. All right, now then. Woo, let's go. Let's see here. All right. Tap, 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 tap. Not smush, 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 smush. Okay. And bring it down here. And it's going to be close. Make sure it's in the center. Okay. It's a little bit low, y'all. My stamp, even though I looked at it, a little bit low. Doggone it. All right, I tell you what, I want to look and see anyhow. You can see it's just the tiniest bit low. Oh, okay. Let's see. But at least if I have to restamp it, I do already know because I've already got this piece, so I can recut it. It's no problem. But let's see how we feel about it. Okay, so this piece will go right there, and right there, and right there. Okay, so that is what we end up with. That is much better, isn't it? It is better. Okay, I'm going to cut a new strip because that will drive me absolutely bonkers. And those of you who know me well know that there is no way I can let that strip go because it will just drive me absolutely nuts. So let's see, there's my straight edge. At least this time I'll be able to cut it simpler. Like I said, I'll be able to see, and I've got a flat edge here. So this was 5/8, right? Yes, 5/8 of an inch. Stay put. Okay. Alrighty. Try this again. Bear with me here, friends. Bear with me. Okay. Do. All right. Try it again. One more time. That is not perfect. It's a little off. Unfortunately, it's a little off on the bottom. And I can't let that slide. So here we go. One more time for the folks at home. Tap, 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 not smush, smush, smush. Okay. And now, remember, I need to bring it up just a little bit. So let me stand and see if that helps me. Stick my tongue out because that probably works too. Ooh, let's not get too much of me in there. Woo! Okay. All right, we shall see. Ooh. Hey, there we go. Now, you know what? That goes to the edge and that doesn't, but I'm going to tell you right now, this is how I'm going to fix that problem. I'm going to fix that problem. Where's my black marker? My black marker. I'm going to go get it. I'll be right back. Black marker is going to save me. Here we go. Make sure it says basic black. Stampin' Right marker to the rescue. Okay. There we go. Look at that. Wonderful. Done. Done, done, done. Okay. Estrada says, will you be distressing the edges of the white paper? That is a brilliant idea. And yes, we most certainly can. Okay. When you want to distress some edges, and this is really nice because it will make a fabulous texture to your project, you can take the side of your scissors and just like this. You can use your fingernails also, but listen, I'm not doing that to my fingernails. It's rough on your fingernails if you do that. But let me grab my trash bin. And I'm going to do this in my trash bin because the downside of that silicone mat is that you will need a lint roller to get it all off. Oh, it's awful. All right, here we go. And this side. There we go. Now, the next question, should we distress these outer edges too, or only the banner? You guys decide. Distress the whole thing or only the banner? What should we do? Okay, there we go. All right, Estrada thinks just the banner. I tend to agree. Okay. Gather my trash. All right, Tara says banner also. Very good. Okay. Now I want to. My adhesive is sitting right beside me. This is how messy my workstation is. Okay. All right. When you are attaching anything to foiled paper, you want to be really careful with your adhesive because foil sheets are not at all forgiving. Like, not at all. So you will get little smudges and it won't be as shiny and beautiful. And here's another awful fun thing. So get ready to laugh. Take a look at that. Do you see that smudge right there? That's a smudge. A smudge. I have no idea where it came from. I have no clue. My table doesn't even, maybe right there. No, I don't know. But there, I don't know where the smudge came from, but there's a flippin' smudge and I have already attached it. So here's what I'm going to do. Toodaloo, toodaloo. What did I say? There are no mistakes in paper crafting. Only room for embellishment. Oh, let's just do. There we go. Not today, Satan. Not today. All right, now. Oh, I would, Tara, but it was so very close to the word. I was afraid that if I put a gem on there, it wouldn't look right. So let's do these. Okay. And I'm going to be very careful about touching the front of it. And there. Don't do that yet. I'm not ready for you to come undone. Just hold tight. There we go. And right there. Okay, here we go. Oh, don't put it upside down, girl. Don't put it upside down. Okay, so now we have something a little bit nicer, and it's okay for it to be a little more plain with the rest of it because now it's got a really nice center section. So super cute, right? And then when we add the blue to it, now that's something that we can stick with, right? Very good. Okay. Now then. That was crazy intense, wasn't it? Holy cow. All right, there we go. Take the backs off of these. And pop it up here. You got to hold the tongue out because the tongue out is what makes everything work properly. My brother taught me that when we used to play video games together. He was always so intense and doing this. I don't know. I don't know why that was a thing, but it was most certainly a thing. All right, here we go. The backing off. Backing off. Now, the downside of putting so many stinking dimensionals on here is that you have to pick all the backs off of them. There's the tongue, I can tell. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. Okay, and it's really cool because this is our third card, so we're doing a good job. Okay, so we have that there. Let me grab it up so I can see and line it up just like so. That is beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, now I don't know that it warrants a bow, but I'm going to do it anyway just to see. And you're going to let me know, is it a bow or is it no? Okay. So bow or no bow, that is our next little poll here. Bow or no bow? Bow or no bow? That's the question. Bow or no bow? Do I have stickles? Estrada, actually, I do have. I've got Wink of Stella, and I do have some stickles, but it won't dry very fast. Then again, it doesn't really matter. But for those who don't know, For those who don't know what Estrada is talking about, stickles are these little things right here. They're super, super cute, and basically it's like glitter glue, but not glue. So it's a glitter gel, and it can make some little dimensional things. Like I could put some little dots around here, and it would look really cute. And you just have to make sure when you're using it that that you give it enough time to dry, because it does take a hot minute to dry, and you don't want to smear it if you do a really cute project. You know, the last thing you want is like, it's like taking so much time to use Stampin' Blends markers to color a beautiful picture and then die cut it and the die slip and you go, right? So yeah, so it's a beautiful product to use, but you just want to make sure that you have time to let it sit somewhere, because you definitely don't want it to smear anywhere. So let's see here. Bow here is what you guys are saying. So let me just, I'm twirling that little glue dot so it's a little bit smaller than my bow right there. Okay, so there we go. Fabulous. Pull this one out just a tiny, tiny bit. There we go. All right, very, very nice. Okay. Now then, because I am absolutely not one to go without showing you what stickles are all about, I will go ahead and just put them in the hearts. Okay, I'm not going to put them all over, because I do want to still put my rhinestones on, or maybe, I don't know if we even need them, but I will show you what the stickles look like. Let's see. I'm running low on my diamond stickles. They're my favorite, but I think this one here is good because it's got a little bit of a green tint to it. So it'll kind of go with the blue-green color here. All right. Let me grab a scrap here. Make sure. So that is a stickle. So if it'll tune in here, you'll be able to see. There it is. It's a really pretty glittery gel. And it actually would look very nice. Right there. Oh, except will it cause my ink to bleed? Possibly. We'll see. All right. It's Memento ink. It really shouldn't, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. Now then, rhinestones. Okay, folks. Do we want to put rhinestones, or honestly, do we want to leave it as it is? It is actually really cute, just like that. The other cards do have rhinestones, so bling or no bling? That is the question. Bling or no bling? Okay, you guys decide. And while you're deciding, I'm going to set this aside because remember, it does have stickles on the hearts. And I think let me see what we should do for the inside strip. Okay. Bling or no bling, folks? That's the question. Bling or no bling? Bling or no bling? Okay. I know I keep repeating myself. I'm so sorry about that. Let's see. Sherry says bling. Okay. All right, bling it is. Okay, I'm going to take that one. I'm going to cut a little strip off of this one. What's the size? Nope, not quite enough. Okay. And let's do, what is that? Let's do 1 1/4. That's a really thick strip, but it does have a bit going on. You are absolutely right, Tara. When it comes to cards like that, simple is generally best. Okay, there we go. We're going to keep the inside simple for sure because of that. So I'm going to just put this strip on the inside, just like I've done the other ones, kind of tying in the set here. All right. Okay. And believe it or not, those stickles probably are still not dry yet. So I'm just going to be very careful about opening up my card layer here. That is one thing about stickles, that they don't dry very fast at all. Okay. All right. Now, bling, bling, bling. Okay. So if we were going to do some bling, a little bit shorter. Okay. Get up there. There we go. Okay. Let's see here. I'd really like to use the big ones, but bling around the banner or around some circles. Yeah, I see what you're saying about maybe doing like a border around the circles. That would be really cute. That actually where stickles would come in really nicely too. Let me see here. Mm. Is this always the hard part? I'd love to stick it right in there, but it wouldn't even stay. But that would be super stinking cute, wouldn't it? Okay, let's see. Don't you twist on me. Okay, here we go. How's that, ladies? Nice. Super cute. I think still a fairly simple, even though it's got a nice full background. I think it's still a fairly simple design. So it can fit in nicely with our other cards here. Let's see here. Can I fit them all three in the screen? Look at that. Yes, I can. All right, there we go. All right. Very good. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. 3 fairly simple cards. Now, for those who are looking at the time going, holy cow, it took us 2 hours to design 3 cards. We designed 3 cards in only 2 hours. When you're designing, of course, the process is going to take longer than if I were just going to do a tutorial with you. Now that these cards are designed, I could go back and I could do a video tutorial in 15 minutes, maybe 20. But, you know, when you're designing the cards and when you're taking the time to look over the products and see where you want things to go, it takes a little bit longer. So, as I have mentioned before, and as many of you well know already, when you're looking at designers' tutorials or their videos and it's only a handful of minutes and you go, oh, wow, that is so easy. Well, because they've done the hard work for you, right? So when you watch those videos, give those folks some love, give them some love, give them some thumbs up, share their videos because YouTube and Facebook are very share driven. So they really want to see that folks are interacting and engaging. And so if you guys like these products and projects, give me some love. And if you enjoyed hanging out with me this evening, I would love to see the hearts fly or the thumbs up. And feel free to invite your friends to hang out with us next time because we always have a good time hanging out here. And so I will see you all next Thursday. Next Thursday, I will be doing, I don't know. I don't know what I'll be doing, actually. Uh, I'll be doing something. And you'll have to come and check it out to see what it is exactly. And I would love for you guys to hang out and help me design those projects as well. We don't always do this many, but you know, sometimes it's just one project, sometimes it's 2. Tonight it's 3. Who knows? It just depends on where the night leads us. So thank you all so much for hanging out. I appreciate each and every one of you. And for those of you who are new here, thanks tons for stopping by. I hope that you will subscribe to my channel. And I will see you all next week. I've put that link back on the screen again. If, let's see here. There we go. Now you can see me. I've put the link back here on the screen right there. If you would like to take advantage of the bonus days going on right now until the end of the month, you can visit my Stampin' Up! Website, and every $50 purchase earns you a $5 bonus code for free. So $5 bonus bucks that you will get for every $50 you spend. You'll be able to rack those up and spend them on something else later. So thank you guys again so very much. I hope you have a wonderful evening, and until next time.